versus the Indianapolis Colts, and we were trying to get this W. We were trying to go 1-1. We were on the kept on Mars, Gary quiet, but we still got the loss though. But this week we got to talk about defense coordinator because we gotta figure out how to check down Andrew Luck. So I'm gonna try to slow him down. Defense try to get a bunch of sacks in. We'll do some straight right here for the fuck this game. So we're gonna go ahead and go two straight center, guys. We need a good quarterback. But Vontae Hill was kind of not credit. So my present answer was going everywhere. If I was a quarterback and I thought about getting like Kyler Murray, be one of the young good quarterback like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Like I gotta get them a lot of things to get them. So we'll go ahead and try. See we get the big old Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is not a big old arm. He's on the 7% arm route. So I hope we can get him. We're gonna get him Ryan Tannehill and Marcus Mariota on him for a draft pick. I'll just go through. Did not. So we'll try more than you. It's gonna take a lot. A lot. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. Hold on, I'll be right there. I got this. It's a thing I figured out to do.
This is the development trait. This is the abilities tab. Here you can see what development traits. This is the abilities tab.
Blow your mind. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bag. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts with the money low. I'ma grab proud man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking?
All right, we got Lamar Jackson.
They say that it's the money. I'm like 10 over and out. That's gonna make you fuck like.
So the other thing is I need like some wide receivers. We're gonna need. Oh my bad, seriously. We need a good wide receiver because we don't got that good wide receiver. I'm gonna go ahead and trade off Corey Davis. Yeah, Corey Davis, big game, but we need some wide receivers in here. I know who I want, but I know who I want. What the? DJ Man, that's what I want. This was the dude that I want right here. This was an absolute beast. You know he did in his rookie season. This dude is a freaking beast.
This player's development trait is hidden.
I'm gonna go ahead and tap into his X Factor. He need to go ahead and tap into his X Factor. So I guess it's good right here. See, he got double. See, he got a double me X Factor. No, he don't got a double me X Factor. He got the wrecking ball X Factor, same as Derrick Henry. So you know it's gonna be some wrecking coming up as our first home game.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
We can go ahead and put. Or put DJ Metcalf on. We want to start him. Start Lamar Jackson too. We'll start Lamar Jackson too today. So coming in 1-0, but look, we are riding. We are 42. We are 42-9 last game. We ain't worried about that. We'll come here. We'll try to get this done. Look, my offense is stacked. I got a record ball, Derrick Henry. I got a fight. I got a field train, Lamar Jackson, and I got a record ball to obviously with Derrick Henry. Tell me how y'all game. Tell me how y'all day going good so far. Down here, our school is out, so I hope y'all have like a good day.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's head up to Nashville for the Titans home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this tight road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd.
Let's go here, guys.
Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
Going against the Colts. We'll get the ball start the game. Hey, tell me how they going so far, guys. On down here, my school's out for a couple days. My school is out, and we're ready to come here. We lost our first game. So it's the 1-0 Colts versus the 0-1 Titans.
But we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And some strong running.
Got me.
And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Oh, man. I forgot all about him running down the field.
Before heading out of bounds. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. After the penalty, it's Henry. Stiff-armed him. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with...
And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! DK Metcalf with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
I love everything about Andrew Luck's game, but I also love his worldliness. Some of his formative years were spent growing up outside of the United States. I think that that's helped him when he came back because now he's seen the world. I think that helped him mature a little bit as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Quick throw here to Hilton. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Trying to get to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now Luck. Taken in by the tight end Dole. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Being chased out left. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DK Metcalf with 2.
We should have a bounce back game, guys.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs.
The Colts, we're going to play hard in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Even go back. Oh man, he was the bottom of that game.
And now Jackson will look to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick, but when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DK Metcalf on his way to a...
Hey guys, next year we'll be doing game day vlogs. Let me know. Go subscribe to this go subscribe to this gaming channel and go subscribe to my main vlog channel King Kale. No. Go subscribe to King Kale. Hit it up. We're doing some vlogs. Coming up with some good vlogs. I'm gonna have my family enjoy it. I'm trying to do like some pranks next year, guys.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
High school will be a freshman next year.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Back to throw. Love. Ebron caught left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Luck's throw finding T.Y. Hilton complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Luck now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Luck. Into the hands of his running. Marlon Mack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Titans.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from Coach. Talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. DK Metcalf on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
We take that goes really.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Funches has it complete.
He out of bounds. Maybe 3rd inch.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Here's Locke. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Locke. It's caught by Funches. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And some room to work.
Hey.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So we've come. Well, that came a little abruptly here.
Alright guys, oh wait, it's gonna be a really nice bet. Nice bounce back W versus the coach.
Now Jackson on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
I'm gonna do some good. This game
And the Titans are able to extend their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And Walker has it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on?
See our turnovers. They give us 4, just 4. I wish like a Gina turn. The morning from 16.
Looking to throw on second down. Luck to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing his line. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Derrick Henry all alone. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about it. To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 30.
You don't see what happened, bro. Cause we just smashed look in his face. Watch this.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Lucked him back on the draw. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go on fourth. Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I have one of those begging on his road to the ground.
Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. Through an opening, and there he goes. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch it slap, watch it slap. Watch it slap.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Love. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. That'll bring up second down. Back to the air. Luck on second down. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. There he goes left side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. Continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause I claim she can't count on him.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Oh, Henry! It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time.
Jackson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun handoff to Henry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Derrick Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
And congratulations on their win last week, but they didn't get a whole lot of time to celebrate it on Sunday. They were right back to work on Monday, but you'll have to do things differently when you prepare for a Thursday night game. Because normally you'll...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 52 in his 8th year now out of Arizona. It's Nick Foles.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, He tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Foles. And finding Keelan Cole. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 75 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And they should be set up for a big game. They have one of the hottest offenses in the league. They're coming in riding a winning streak. But we've seen these quick turnaround games really wreak havoc with what you've done previously. Hopefully they simplified their offense, and they'll just let their playmakers go out and do what they do best.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Play action. Now Jack.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
From the gun, Jackson. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Foles. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check, 59.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hips and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved him out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he locates Walker, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go. And now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He gets it to Humphreys.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the counter, it's Henry. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. On 4th down. Here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the one down in Carson, where it'll be the Chargers taking on the Houston Texans. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the NFC. Bears, Redskins from FedEx Field. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he completes it to Westbrook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Coming to you, coming to you. Alert flare.
Back to throw now on first down. Completes it to Lee. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Fournette running out of the gun.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On the draw, this is Fournette. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Fournette. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop his shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up, looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he's got it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Lewis. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
They'll run with Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
Okay, guys, I just made the bet, and I was on my phone with the live stream, and something wrong with the live stream, guys. So I got to end the live stream, and I'm gonna start it back up.